So today we will discuss single level inheritance
Yeah.
or single inheritance. So in single inheritance, what happens? We have a class and we have another class. Yes.
Yeah.
So in this scenario, a subclass, so this is known as a subclass or a child class,
Yeah.
inherits the features of one superclass only. So in
Yeah.
this scenario, we have two classes. One is known as superclass to pick fonts. Yes, right. And another would be a child class or a subclass. Subclass, child class. So a child class will inherit the features from only one subclass. This scenario is known as single inheritance. Yes. So
Yeah.
let's have an example of single inheritance. So in this I create a class and say my first class. My first class. In this first class I will create a method, print method, public void print. Yes, my name. I have created a method, my name method. Yes. In this method I just give simple print statement. Yes. So this print method I will derive in another class. So create another class, my second class. If I want to derive the features of the first class, I need to extend this class with the keyword extends my first class, so that I can directly, without object, I can extend the features, use the features means. Yes. So I will create object of the second class, my second class m equals new my second class. Yes, this is how you can create an object. And if you say m dot, okay, so I had a method, it will print Brijesh. So this is how I am accessing the features of a subclass or superclass or a parent class. But what if I want to put, instead of Brijesh, I want to put BrijeshVirola? So I can create another method. Yes, and can name exactly the same, public void print last name. In that I will have a statement. Wait, hold on. Yes. So a method I have, as I have created object, so I don't need to create object again, and if I print it, it will print full name, BrijeshVirola. You can see it. So this method is directly accessed, yes, in the class itself,
Yeah.
but print my name method belongs to the first class, and this is how I am accessing by extend keywords. As soon as I remove this, there will be an error. Yes, can you see? So it says the method print my name is undefined for the type my second class. If you don't have like this, and if you want to, you can create again same thing here. Public void print my name. Yes, and this error will go. But this is not called inheritance. In the inheritance concept, we need to have the superclass and inherit the features to the subclass. Yes, any question?
No.
The next one is multi-level inheritance. The second one is multi-level inheritance. In multi-level inheritance, what happens? We have a subclass. No, we have a superclass. Then we have another class. This won't be called a child class. Okay. Okay, so we have one class, we have another class, and we have the third class. Yes, this class is known as superclass. Okay, and then in the middle we have a class called intermediary class. Yes, intermediary class. And the last class is will derived class or subclass. Yes, child class. Okay, so what happens? This is a superclass. From the superclass, this intermediary class will derive the features. Yes, so intermediary class derives features from the superclass. We in this method multi-level inheritance, what we do, the intermediary class derives features from the superclass, and this derived class or the child class will derive features from the intermediary class. Okay,
Yeah.
this derived or child class cannot directly derive features
Of superclass.
of the superclass. If we say that in simple way, if we want to derive, we cannot access properties of the parent class, or we do not have inheritance from the grandparents directly in Java. Yes,
Yeah.
this scenario or this technique is known as multi-level inheritance. Let's have an example. Yes, So here I will create class and name it super class 1. Yes. In this I will simply create one method like print method. So public void print name. Yes. And I have one simple print statement. Yes. Create another class and I will name it intermediary class. Yes. In the intermediary class as well, I will create one method public void enter print. Okay. And sysout. Okay, I put it this one. But when I try to extend this in the third class, it will not work it out. So what we need to do, extends superclass. If you don't use this extend superclass, your code will not work. So whenever you are using inheritance, you need to remember. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's create a third class. We name it child class. Yes. Child. And this child class will have main method. Yes. Let's have one own method as well. So class 1, which is our super class, extends class 2, and we are going to extend intermediary class with this one. Yes. Create a method public print name. Yes. Sysout. Now what I will do, I want to extend these two classes in here. So I will create an object of the third class, which is a child class. Yes. Child class ch, I just named it new child class ch dot, I think it was name. Yes. Inter ch inter ch dot last name, print last name. So if I execute this code, it will print Brijesh PS Virola. So only this Virola is coming from this class. PS is coming from intermediary class. Yes.
Yeah.
And Brijesh is coming from the super class. This is how you can access features of a one way grandparents class or the super class in multi-level inheritance. Yes, any question?
Brijesh, can you open that child class?
Child class.
So, in order to get British, we used
We have used the extend keyword, yes.
extend keyword for the
So
intermediate
yes,
class.
so we don't need to create an object. We directly access with this inheritance features. If you want to print Brijesh in here, I delete it. Then it will throw an error. So what I can do? I can create method like this. Copy this method.
Yeah, yeah, got it.
Yes, but this is not inheritance example. Yeah, if you print it, it will print BrijeshVirola. Yes,
Yeah.
if you want to print in one line,
From
then
child, we call the intermediary, and
yeah,
from intermediary, we called the super class, right?
from yes, see BrijeshVirola.
Then where did we have this class for the super class? Where did we?
Here superclass is here, superclass is here. This intermediary class calls this superclass.
Okay.
So
And we call intermediate, then
yes,
it brings super class.
superclass 1 is here extends superclass 1. In the child class, I have deleted it just to show you, but it needs extends keyword with
Intermediate.
intermediary class. Yes, but if you don't do this, and if you directly say superclass 1, yes, then this is not possible.
Yeah.
Okay,
Child cannot call super
multi-level
class.
inheritance. If you do this one, what will happen? This is the single level inheritance only. Okay, why it is not showing an error? Because we have a class name in this package. If we do this one, it will become single level inheritance. Okay, but in multi-level inheritance, we need to go
Step by step.
step by step. Superclass, intermediary class, and child class. Why there is an error? Intermediary class, yes. So the last name I have deleted from this one, yes. So if I name it print last name, the error will go, yes. And the last name is not Bridges. It will print Bridges now. Yes, see, if I do it, Bridges will do because I have commented this. If I remove comment, it will get the features. Uncommented, it will get the features from the intermediary class. Any question?
No.
Okay. The third one is known as hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical.
Rajesh, did you open class?
It I'm on the notepad. Yeah.
I can't see that.
Can you see?
No, I can't see. It's just showing the Eclipse workspace.
You can see Eclipse. Yes.
I can see only Eclipse here.
Okay, that's fine. What happened? Let unshare my screen. When you see notepad, let me know.
Yeah.
Notepad. Yes.
Yep.
So in hierarchical inheritance, what happens? Okay, we have one class is a super class, and we have other multiple classes. Okay, something like here.
Yep.
So these all are known as subclasses,
Yep.
and they will derive features from the super class. Yes, this scenario is known as hierarchical inheritance. Let's an example. Yes, so I'm creating a class and I will name her superclass. Okay, in this superclass, I will create a method public void print superclass. Okay, feature from superclass. So I have created one superclass. In there, I have put a simple print statement, her superclass name. Okay, and I will create another class, child class A. Yes, child class A. I create another method, public void print child class A sys out print statement from child class A. Yes, creating another class, name it child class B. Yes, public void print child class B statement from child class B. Let's create another class. Yes, child class C. Public void print child class C statement from child class C. Let's create one more class, child class D, and we will keep main method in this class. If we don't do this one even, this is fine, we can create another class. We will create another class. Okay, not in this way. Child class D public void print child class D society statement from Okay, so we have class A, which is a super class. Then we have class B, class C, and class D. Yes,
Yeah.
they are subclasses or child classes. These classes deriving features from the class A. Yes.
Yeah.
So in order to understand, we can have a main method in here as well. But let's have another class. Name it test. So here what we will do in the main method, we will create object child class B. Okay. B class. Yes. New child class B. And say obj underscore B dot. This is the class. Yes. Print super class. Print it. B. And directly create object of this class test t equals new test t dot print. Let's do it. Okay, I'm putting something but there are showing some error. Why, can you tell me? Because while explaining I also forgot to do something. Because we are not extending this using extends keyword.
It
Yes,
is. Yeah.
so if we forget it, let me just cross verify the class name. Yes, until and unless we do this one, we will be unable to get the features. That's why it wasn't coming. Child class A. Yes, not child class A. This will be this class. Control A. Child class A extends hierarchical class. Child class B extends this class. Child class C extends again them. Child class extends this one. Yes. And this is just the driver class I have put it. So child class B obj B equals new child class B. This is just a sample class. Okay, that's why I'm creating. Okay, so what can do? I'm missing one class. And what you do? Obj underscore A dot. As soon as you put, you can access these features from the super class. And if you print it, it will print feature from super class. Yes.
Yep.
If you want to do again the same way, for this class which is child class B, getting features from superclass, you don't need to do much as I have created in here. So just replace A with B. Yes, you don't need to change the object name. You need to change it. See, features from superclass. Yes,
Yeah.
if you want to do with C, just change C. Even if you want to print the statement from C, then also you can print it. Okay, print child class C. So it will print two statement, feature from superclass and statement from child class C. Exactly the same way you can do with D. Yes, yeah. You don't have a driver class even. This is known as driver class. Then what you can do? In one of the class, you can have the main method. Okay. In this, what you can do? You can create the objects. But as we are using multiple hierarchical inheritance, it becomes easy to understand, and that's why I've created. But whenever you create this, what you need to do? Create object of the specific class, so it becomes easy to understand.
Yep.
Yes. Let's go to the last multi-level multiple inheritance. Okay. So this multiple inheritance in Java is restricted. We can do only and only through interfaces. So what happens in this? I can explain you. So we have two classes. Yes, class A and class B, and this is class C. Super class A. So you can say father. So you can understand. Yes. Then you have super class B. You can say for the super class B, you can say mother. Yes. And you have a subclass or a child class. Child class. And you can say child. Yes. So as a child derives features from both father and mother. Yes.
Yeah.
So in this, what happens? In this scenario or in this mechanism, a class will derive features from two different subclasses, no super classes. But this happens only and only through interfaces. You can't do with inheritance. Yes, we will discuss this one in detail, but let's have some simple example, because there will be a separate class for interfaces. So you can't do like this. So what you need to do? You create an interface. Yes. So you can see in here you will have interface. Yes. In interface you can name it class 1. Yes. And exactly the same thing you can have public void print. Okay. class 1. I just simply name it like this. Statement from super class 1. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What else it says? Static. Okay, so we can access it. It is. Let's create another interface. Yes. Class 2. Yes. Public void print class 2. Ut and add it static so that you don't see. And statement from class 2. Yes. Now you have a third class. In this class, what happens? You can implement this, and using this implementation method, you can use this multiple inheritance. So let's create a new class. Class 3. Yes. This class will extends class 1 comma class 2. Yes, there is no error in here, but as soon as we will do some experimental and you can see it. Yes, and you can have one method in here, class 3 sysout statement from class 3. Yes, let's create another class. I'm creating class. Okay, you can see child class. Okay, child class was already there, so I named it child class. So what, class 1 is it? Yes. Class 2 and class 3, they are extending these classes. So what I can do, they have this feature, so I can use extend keyword in here. Extends class 3. So doing like this, what I will do, I will get, okay, sorry, implements. Doing this, I can use multiple inheritance in Java. I can directly cannot do. If I have class, it will directly throw an error. Okay, I can keep it empty or just have a public simple static void print, what is the name I give, child class system statement from child class. Yes, because that test was not allowed that. Let's have a driver class. So we can get the features one by one from these classes. Driver class. And the driver class will have main method. Yes. So let's create object of the child class here and get something from those two previous classes. So our class name is child class. Ch equals new child class. Yes. So ch dot, as soon as you do it, ch dot